in the hotel in Salzburg and we're waiting for the Tesla to arrive. And the guy's running a bit late. I should be here in about 10 minutes. So exciting. Okay, so here we are in the Tesla, and it's a 70D, which is, I expected an 85, but that's okay. And we are in Salzburg, and we're about to navigate to Nuremberg, and we'll put in this supercharger as our first stop. So let's go!
Wow, we're actually moving.
Wow, we're going fast. Ooh, my goodness.
We're going 2 knots on the slip road.
Yeah.
Now bear left towards Flughafen Village.
Just get ahead of that van. So now I'm doing 100, and I think we might try the autopilot. So if I pull the stalk twice, I should hear a chime.
Are we on autopilot?
Are we on autopilot? Yes.
Okay, that's weird.
This is weird.
You don't want to.
So now it is following the lane by itself. And I'm myself.
Do I be unsure?
Okay, fine. Just keeping my hand just lightly on the wheel.
Relax your hands on your lap.
Well, you're supposed to keep your hands on the wheel, actually.
I know. Yeah, keeping the wheel.
To reduce the speed. It says 80 up here.
That's so scary. Right. Are you on autopilot now?
I am on autopilot, and let's just ratchet up the speed to 100 again. So I think that's probably the limit. Yeah, that's the limit. Right, so I'm going to do 105. So we're doing 105.
Please follow the road for 26 kilometers.
And we follow the road for 26 kilometers. You can see on the map here where we're heading, and we've got 218 kilometers of range. So this shows our consumption over the last 10 kilometers. And if you go to trip, it'll show you projected range that you're. So it estimates that we'll only have 4% battery left when we reach that charger.
Please follow the road for
So
14
I would say that we want to charge before that. Basically, when you're in the autopilot mode, if you indicate and then hold the steering wheel, it will change lanes automatically. So you don't have to disengage the autopilot to change the lane. I think it's good that when you look at the big screen you can get an overview of your whole route. Because normally when you use a sat-nav, you kind of follow it blindly and you don't know where you are. Whereas with this, you can follow it blindly, but then you can still know where you are on a map, which is very nice. plug that in here, and then it locks and it should go green, and there we go. So we're here at our first supercharging stop and it's still raining.
Oh yeah.
So we are supercharging and we're getting a charge speed of 260, 270, 290 kilometers an hour. So yeah, it shouldn't take long. So we're at the supercharger in Ulm in Germany, and we've come from Salzburg. And if you see here, you can see we are charging. We came here with about 50 kilometers of range left, and we've only been here for a couple of minutes, and it's already up to 91, so that's good. So if we look at the navigation, we came from Salzburg. We were going to go to Nuremberg, but we had to abandon that because we were running behind schedule. So we've come up here, and we are here, and soon we'll be going on via Stuttgart up to Stuttgart, as the nav says, up to near Mannheim. And autopilot's been great, but I've also been driving fast.
Worms. Wow.
Yeah.
Yum yum. I want to go to Worms.
Okay, so let's see what there is to do at the supercharger in Ulm. How's that?
Do you want to come further back or do you want to...
What have you got?
It's a camera because James, you know, he wants me to video everything he does.
That's enough, James.
So it's like a little camera. So if you say hello to the camera,
Hello.
just wave. I can see you. Now I see you. Oh, is it such a warm summer? It was like a gale on the way to.
Recharge the car because it's electric, you know, like a tablet.
James, he carries more cables than clothes for this trip. If you saw his bag.
Okay, so we're attaching the domestic adapter. So if we plug this in here,
Keep your hand, don't want
That is a good extension. You can hear
it's for mowing the lawn.
oh right,
But we don't actually use
that's
it
really
anymore
handy.
because the hassle with the cable. We use a hand mower, and then actually there's maybe sacrilege to talk about a hand mower
What's the
hand
blue
mower
cable?
next to a Tesla.
Well, yeah, you want a
Using an
battery
electric.
powered rechargeable car. This side. Put that in
What's the
there.
big blue
And it
cable?
goes red, and then it should go green when it starts charging.
Yeah.
I'll just have to
If it doesn't work, then we just can plug it in somewhere else through a different. We can plug it in through the window into the cellar.
Blue cable.
I don't know. There's another cable for something. Oh.
Okay, I'm just going to move it slightly forward because then you want to stretch it so far.
Yeah. Can you drive it while it's charging?
Unfortunately not. So,
That'd be cool if you could.
Can you drive it while it's plugged in?
no. Can you unplug it, Kasia?
Yeah. Well, by just pressing it, yeah? Okay.
It'd be cool if...
Just gotta be a video here. You look so cool.
It's so silent.
That's it, yeah, it's enough.
How's that?
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
enough, yeah.
What's the silent?
Oh,
There we
yeah,
go.
No, it is. You had to click.
It's a click, yeah.
So that click.
So we're at Matt's house and we're plugged into his
When does it fill? But when did
house.
these pop?
So let's see.
But when did these...
We're getting 4 kilometers an hour, so let me see if I can increase the charge.
It's going to hide in a minute. Then, yeah. No, it's just...
Okay. It won't go higher than 13 amps. Okay, so we're here at Matt's house. It's day 2 and we came here with 115 kilometers of range. We plugged it in overnight and we've now got 271 kilometers. So today we're going to head over to Heidelberg, have a look at the castle, and then we're going to drive down to Switzerland in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you two and just take. Hold on, and James. Yeah.
And you too. Guys! Awesome.
Das ist gut.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're gonna zoom off to the pharmacy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
See, Maddie's always thinking about it.
I know.
Got 3 kids, that's
What
good.
keeps you happy.
Right.
And a wife. This is also important.
Yeah.
It's quite warm. Okay, so I'll start the car. You just put your foot on the brake. That's it.
It's on now.
Yeah, and then just do that.
So I guess you have to be careful of pedestrians stepping out in front of you.
Well, I haven't had that problem so far because we haven't really been on any residential streets, really.
Oh, Kaufland. Yeah, we've got that in Poland.
Yeah?
What's that?
All over
Kaufland?
German shops, I actually used to work for a German supermarket. Minnie
Yeah.
Mouse.
Here's an Aldi,
Yep.
and then here left.
Easier anyway.
do I say earplugs in German?
das Earpluggen.
Ohrstöpsel.
Ohrstöpsel.
Aber I can come with you. Okay, so, as we would say in German. We need to get out of here without running any pedestrians over.
Yeah. So we're going to suddenly, mysteriously start moving without making any noise.
Emerging from.
So now we are on our way out of Schifferstadt. Keep following the road round.
Okay.
It's 50 kilometers an hour here.
I'm suddenly doing 70.
That was pretty fast acceleration.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
This car's actually got dual motor, 4-wheel drive.
Wow.
So there's a motor in the front and the back.
Wow.
But it's actually not the performance version. There are faster versions.
Faster than a Porsche, right? It was in Top Gear actually.
That's right.
Yeah?
The testing, yeah.
It's great for overtaking.
So this kind of level of acceleration you can't really get with a petrol motor.
Well, it doesn't have that instant response, as soon as you put your foot down, it just goes.
Yeah. And we've got 120, but you can go 130.
Okay. So check this out. If I pull the cruise control stalk towards me twice,
Yeah.
it's this noise,
Yeah.
and then it'll drive itself.
At this speed.
Yeah. So you can see it says 126 there in small letters. That's the maximum speed that you've set.
Yeah.
You can adjust that with the stalk, so I can bump it up to 130,
Yeah.
and it will speed up.
You speed up 150.
And obviously I'm not touching the accelerator.
Yeah. But
It'll
as soon as you press the brake, then it.
Oh yeah, it'll immediately disengage if you want to take control. Or if I steer, it'll disengage.
Okay. So, okay, here's a little bit of a corner.
Yep, so if you look on the dashboard you can see the blue lines. So whatever it's using for guidance it will highlight in blue, so in this case it's following the lanes. So,
Yeah. Ooh.
so if I follow that, no problem.
Stake on
Cool,
there.
it's gone green.
So you're going to follow that? Yeah, it's following the car. But I think I'll be ready to take over because this is quite complicated.
The bright lines.
Yeah, I think I'll take over. It works best on main roads. It doesn't work very well with things like those.
At first James was driving in ditch.
Oh yeah, when we were driving on the country roads, because the car's so wide,
Yeah.
I kept finding that the right hand side of the car was in the ditch almost.
So if you want to change lanes, can you just indicate and it'll do
Yeah,
it?
you have to hold the steering wheel though. That'll change.
You're gonna cry when you
Once it started turning, you can let go.
Yeah. Did you come via Heilbronn?
I don't know.
Or did you go through?
We went through Ulm, yeah.
And then did you go via Stuttgart or?
That
Yeah.
reminds me about you can tell.
We'll see that car slow down automatically. Yeah, we were using the sat nav and it has the voice navigation. And it can't pronounce German names very well.
No.
No. It's like, follow the road to Stuttgart.
This is Stuttgart. Stuttgart.
That way.
Wow, it's nice around here, isn't it?
My daughter was at university here. So when we started going out, I came to visit her here.
So is this actually Heidelberg?
Yeah. On both sides of the river. Over there is like the university campus. They've got a really big modern campus, but also in here they've got the old campus. Heidelberg is one of the oldest German universities.
Subject.
Cool.
Boo.
to the top of the hill.
Yeah. And there's, like I said, there's this nice path called the Philosophenweg, which goes along that side of the hill, kind of from that bridge basically to the Alte Brücke. You can go along.
This further thing. I was to go someone else riding. But I don't enjoy it much.
So that's the old bridge.
Yes. Wow. And I think the Nazis blew it up.
I was going to say, it doesn't look that old.
No, they blew it up.
So it's been rebuilt.
Yeah, well, it was rebuilt quite quickly. But that's the old gatehouse there. Nice and stripy. And we're coming up to a weir with a big lock. You know, big barges come up and down the river. But at the lock, they've got a hydroelectric plant.
Cool.
For generating electricity.
Yep.
We always love this.
Yeah. House fart.
There's something like have a good fart.
Yeah, on the tram in Munich, and the sign said "Good fart."
Gute Fahrt.
I think it just means like have a good trip or something like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Okay, we're at the supercharger in Aachen, and it's 150 kilometers to the next charger in Basel. We've got 284 kilometers, so let's go.
In 400 meters, take the first exit from the roundabout. Then take the first exit from the roundabout onto the A5 towards Basel.
It's like a spaceship. There's no. Just so smooth.